There's something about the American justice system that you just have to laugh at sometimes. Do y'all remember this special slur right here? Do y'all remember her? Do y'all remember Officer Megan Hall from Tennessee? Tennessee. It's a lot of strange things that happen in Tennessee. I love Tennessee, by the way. Tennessee is a beautiful, beautiful place. Visited there with my wife, me, her, and one of my best friends and his wife. We all went. We had a blast in Tennessee. And apparently so did Megan Hall. She was having a blast in Tennessee as well. Do y'all remember her? Look at her face. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's get a closer look. There she is. Do y'all remember her? Y'all remember Megan? How could y'all forget that face? All right? Well, Megan recently broke onto the scene. Last year, she broke onto the scene and got pretty much social media famous for a while there from being involved in a sex scandal on the job. Let's see if we can get some more details before we get into what is happening lately. Oh my God. So Megan was a Tennessee cop, okay? It says that she was fired for having sex with multiple officers while on duty, told investigators that she cracked while going through a difficult divorce, leading to affairs with randy male colleagues who would stick their D in anything. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? That's got to be a typo there. Who the fuck wrote this article? Need to be fired. All right. Let's get y'all caught up on what's happening now. Because apparently being a whore in America is the greatest job that you could ever have. Today, the city of Laverne has settled a lawsuit. What? You might be saying to yourself, lawsuit? A lawsuit for what? Exactly. What was the lawsuit for? Well, apparently the lawsuit was for Megan taking a lot of BBCs. City of Laverne settles lawsuit, owes Megan Hall $500,000, you all. $500,000 for fucking everybody on your task force. Let us watch and see what exactly is happening. My gosh. Can't make this up.
You may remember the eyebrow-raising sex scandal that rocked the Laverne Police Department. We first told you about the mess in January of last year. The shocking details sounded like a bad movie script, made national news, as 5 officers and then the police chief all fired. The city then found itself facing a lawsuit filed by a former female officer. Well, tonight word comes the city has settled the case with a hefty payment. Our Nikki Hauser heard directly from city leaders.
After that scandal, former police officer Megan Hall sued the city. Then tonight, over a year later, the city of Laverne held a special meeting in which they decided they would pay out Megan Hall $500,000, officially ending that lawsuit.
I see why everybody wants to come here to America. I get it now. I get it. I had an understanding before, but I definitely understand why people want to come here now. You can literally bust open your cheeks for every one of your coworkers as a woman, as a white woman here in America, and get paid 6 figures for it. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that as a white woman in America, you can go and get a job as an officer of the peace. You can go and secure a job and then bust it down for every one of your coworkers and take multiple BBCs and be paid over 6 multiple six figures for it. Did y'all know that? Did you know that? I told y'all we all about learning here on this channel too. So when I can teach, I'm gonna teach. I bet y'all didn't know that though. I bet y'all didn't know it. I didn't know it. Yes, you can absolutely go and secure a job, take an oath as a sworn officer of the law. They said the law don't have nothing to do with them cheeks though. In Tennessee, if y'all go to, listen, it's a lot of y'all paying way too much for rent in New York. Listen, ladies, why y'all doing all, why y'all going to school and doing all that schooling to become a nurse and to become an RN and to become a lawyer and why y'all doing all that? Y'all don't have to do that. Listen, I'm giving you the play. I'm giving y'all the play. Run the play. Shout out to EYL. Run the play. I'm giving y'all the play to run. Listen, move to Tennessee. Pack one bag. Just pack all y'all shit up. Move to Tennessee. Join the police force. And then bust open your cheeks for every one of your coworkers. And you can then go and sue the city for 6 figures. Come on, man. Where else are y'all getting this info? Where else are y'all getting this type of value from on YouTube? Nowhere. Y'all not getting this type of value nowhere. Come on now. Come on now. I just gave y'all a retirement plan, ladies. If you're a white woman in America under the sound of my voice, I just gave you a retirement plan. You're welcome.
Motion to approve as it is written here.
It took less than 5 minutes.
No. Alderman Hobbs.
Aye.
Alderman Hobbs.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Dunn.
Aye.
Motion passes.
For the Laverne City leaders to say yes, they'll pay former police officer Megan Hall $500,000.
What message is that send to all the other employees?
Alderman Dennis Waldron was the only dissenting vote.
It's sending a message out to everybody in the world, said, come to Laverne, sue Laverne because they're going to settle.
The city as a whole now agreeing to pay Hall, but denying any admission of liability.
It's hard being in the minority.
This after the story of the Laverne police sex scandal.
She said it's hard being in the minority. No pun intended, right? No pun intended. She said it's hard being in the minority, y'all. It's hard being the only one taking multiple BBCs in the room. Jeez. Come on. Have a little heart for this white woman. All right? Come on, guys.
Quoted early last year, revealing a pattern of inappropriate activity inside the department. Reports detail sex between officers on duty and on city property, intimate photos and videos shared among officers, and silence from the police chief, who was clued into what was happening.
Convince her to engage in sexual activity that she didn't want to.
Hall and her lawyer claim it was a hostile work environment that groomed her.
While I was aspiring to protect my community, the Laverne Police Department was not protecting me.
She, along with 4 other officers and the police chief, were fired. Hall talked to News Channel 5 about the affair early last year.
I know what most people are saying. You know, you could have said no. I get it. But my response to them is that I did say no. And he wouldn't take it for an answer.
When did she say no? In between dicks? When? At what point did she listen? Listen. She said, I know what everybody's thinking. That I'm an inconsolable whore. But guys, nobody understands the duress that I was under to take multiple penises into my womb. Whoo, Jesus Christ. Oh.
Eventually, I gave in
my God.
from pressure.
Wednesday's vote ends both Hall's lawsuit against the city and against 3 of her former superiors in the department.
We have improved a lot.
As the city still works to rebuild trust in the public eye. Nikki Hauser, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Nikki. The city.
She said, as I was working to protect my city of Laverne, they were not working to protect me. After the explosive sex scandal inside the Laverne Police Department in 2023, the city agreed to pay former police officer Megan Hall 500,000 bands. Jesus Christ. Laverne City leaders voted 3-1 during a special meeting Wednesday night. The $500,000 settlement, which includes no admission of guilt on the city's behalf, settles Hall's lawsuit against the city and 3 of her former superiors. She was just in there, just taking it. P. Diddy style. Take that. Take that, take that, take that. And then she decided, you know what? Although I have a face only a mother could love, I'm going to make the best of it. And she did. City of Laverne. Jesus Christ, man. If y'all want to come up, I'm telling you right now, Hall and her lawyer claim it was a hostile work environment and her former supervisors groomed her. She, along with 4 other officers and the police chief, were fired. Wednesday's vote ends Hall's lawsuit both against the city and 3 of her former superiors in the department. Can y'all imagine having to go home? Can you imagine having to work so hard? Like, right? You worked hard to become the police chief. Becoming police chief is not an overnight thing, right? So I want y'all to imagine you put in all your time, you get your merits, right? You put in the work, all those years sacrificing your family, sacrificing your life, putting your life on the line day in, day out. Could you imagine getting to the point where you're a police chief and then all of a sudden you're fired because you allowed a white woman to come into your precinct, clam slam all of her coworkers, and now you are back in the unemployment line, trying to explain to your wife and kids why you let this pale face come onto the scene, clam slam all of your officers and you know about it. And she gets 500 bands for it. You get to stand in the unemployment line. My God. My God. The city says that their insurance provider will pay the $500,000 to Hall as a gross settlement, which includes court costs, attorney's fees, and expenses. To be clear, that is not taxpayer money. Of course it is. Stop playing. Play with your mama. Don't play with me. Of course it's fucking taxpayer money. Get the fuck out of here. I just want to know, before we get out of here, I have a question for y'all. At what point do y'all think, how long do y'all think it's going to take for us to be done with the gross misuse of, I was pressured into it? At what point are we going to get to in society where peer pressure can no longer be used as an excuse for gross misconduct? At what point do y'all think it's going to take? What do we have to get to? At what point in the future, I mean? Because I don't think it's going to happen in my lifetime or my children's lifetime or their children's lifetimes, right? I just want to know. I would love to come back here during that period of time where the law does not put up with and support gross misconduct in the way that they're doing it right now with Megan Hall. I would love to come back and see what a society like that would look like. We're not getting there no time soon. Here, you get You get a little bit of everything on this channel, right? But I'm giving y'all the play to run. God. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
Ain't no forgiveness. I'm looking for revenge. She asked me, was we finished? I guess that all depends.